Ladies and gentlemen, Wizard of Legend wannabes, welcome to the Trials of Legend. I'm Madame Moulin, your commentator extraordinaire. So grab your Arcana and hold on to your relics. Let the games begin.
Welcome to Tran Plays Wizard of Legend 2. This game is something similar to Hades. It is also the fourth game of the Steam Next Fest we'll be checking out. I've never played Hades, and I'm sure it's not as hard as it, but that's the best comparison I can make to it for the time being. It isn't quite as wild as Magicka, which is a shame because that game was pretty wild. I only have 3 abilities at the moment, but maybe we'll get more as we make progress. On the lower left, we have my primary attack, which is Fireball.
Our wizard has turned the tide of battle with some quick thinking and even quicker spell casting. Looks like those enemies never stood a chance.
Right mouse button is Ice Blast, and Q is a spell with 10 charges, which it does have its own cooldown, but once that cooldown is over, I'll have probably about 6 charges. If I continue to wait, it'll build up to 10. You can eventually unlock new powers, so maybe there's going to be more power-ups that will increase the number of charges we get. You don't get experience or anything for killing all these other beings, but you will get money, which can be used to purchase things. Each wizard that you have to play with may come with his own passives or abilities. Let's take a look at my starter wizard has. He has none. So this is the most basic and worst wizard you'll have the game ever. I don't know what that purple is yet. Hit point is probably your most important thing to worry about, so whatever you can do to not get hit is the best thing to do. The blue bar beneath the health gauge represents the signature bar. Once the signature charge is full, it gradually diminishes over time and is lost if left unused. Go ahead and just use it now. Basically, it's an ultimate. You can fall in pits, but I think you can only fall if you if you dive over them. I don't know if you can fall if you walk into them. It's something I'm trying to avoid, so I haven't actually got much experience with that.
All right, wizard, it's showtime. Teach them a lesson.
Oh, that was my first hit. I was busy looking at the bottom left to see if I've been hit yet, and that took my eyes off the action.
Arcalith statues are scattered throughout the floating lands. Those hold the reward for clearing a level. Remember, if you don't touch the Arcalith when you're done, you won't get your reward.
We got thick goggles. Increases the critical chance of your standard Arcana by 5%. I can't zoom in, but it doesn't look like my character is wearing those thick goggles. That's a shame. That coffin there is probably our fate. Me not having played this game for hours and knowing all the strategies or anything, we are unlikely to be able to beat the entire demo. You notice I still have 145 hit points. The attack mechanism is a little wonky in that if I start my left click, okay, hold on. To do these combos, you just left click and hold, but it won't trigger the next combo right, even if you're holding down. Like I'm holding down right now, I haven't let go. Here, I'll click and hold, and it won't continue to combo. The reason why this is a little wonky is if you, during your third fireball, click and hold a second time, it won't start like here. I'll tell you. Click hold, click hold. Oh, it did it that time, but it doesn't always. It doesn't always start my next combo, even though I am click holding a second time. Sometimes I'll just stand there not doing anything because I have pressed and held, but it isn't registering something. I was trying to dive downward. I just took an extra hit there. I wonder if the health vial we left behind is still there.
All challenges terminated. A successful combat outing. Now, turn to page 332 in your textbook. Wait, you don't have a textbook. What an egregious oversight.
I see I can't walk in here right now, but if I dive in... Nope. Doesn't take it? Okay, maybe not here, but other places. I guess this time I find out what this does. Does this help me dive or something? No. Alright. I don't think it means that this is a hidden area. I just don't know what these purple wisps do, if anything. It might just be background. Your character will eventually go into extra speed mode when he's running for a while.
Our wizard is stepping into the ring. Arcana at the ready, and the sparks are about to fly.
Okay, I've not seen these guys before. Yeah, I took a lot of damage from that spike. I knew the spikes were there, I just over-dodged onto it. And yes, the spikes do hurt the enemy as well. He just took 50 damage. I'm down to 2/3 of my life. That's disappointing. Oh, he just pushed me into the pit.
Ah, pitfall. Even great wizards stumble. Make your next step count.
Okay, that was not a fall.
Seems fate's quite the trickster today. Regroup and rise.
My dude literally fell through the floor. Like, obviously it counts as falling into the chasm, but he was not actually at the edge. Well, this is bad because the next wave is the boss, and I only have 1/3 of my life left.
A few enterprising merchants have set up shop within the floating lands. A word of warning, wizard. They've all taken a vow of silence to prevent haggling. Congratulations! Now get ready to do that for every section in the jungle, desert, and castle biomes. After that, you will face Hieronymus in battle and become the new Wizard of Legend. Simple.
There was a red crystal at the end of that last teleporter, and I think it might give me health. I'm not entirely sure it always gives you health, but that's what I suspect. So I should be okay here. Still have 67 gold, so we can actually... I don't know if the boss counts as an elite enemy. Like, he's certainly an elite in terms of English grammar, but is an elite enemy, for example, just those wizards or the skeletons that lock down a room? We'll go with Dragon Archville's 5% signature, because that seems like we can just build up our signature status. Possibly right now. Let's see. Oh, our signature's already depleting right now as we're waiting around. I probably have to hit somebody for it to fill signature. Could have just held shift. Alright, here's probably where I die. Let's give this a shot. I've got full health. Okay, this is not the boss I've seen before during my rehearsal. So I have no idea what his moveset is. That's fantastic.
With your current track record, I'm confident the outcome of this fight won't be too shocking.
The guy I fought during my rehearsal was an Earth dude. I've already lost half my life and I've barely scratched this guy. So yeah. It's probably not great showing for me, but considering it's... I don't know if very many people would beat this guy in his first attempt. Not the first attempt as a wizard, but just first attempt as a player. Decided to try to change my strategy and get in close, which didn't work out that well, but wasn't any worse. But I guess that's my soul leaving my body there.
Shouldn't Hieronymus's mansion be bigger, more magical, and cleaner than this?
Once I've become the Wizard of Legend, I'll scatter magical props all around, and perhaps install a magical disco ball.
You make sure to pick clean them corpses' pockets.
Pockets? How about we focus on where to dump them first? Running out of grave here.
Are these wizards dead?
No, they're all just having a little lie down.
Playing a round of nap in the box.
Who do you think you are? Tombstone tricksters? Coffin comedians? From the Bureau of Burial Clowns? Show some respect for the dead.
Dropping like flies they are. How much respect can...
Coattools, why are you here?
Paying respect, gathering the corpses.
How many times must I meticulously specify? The main courtyard is off limits. Return to your task immediately. Welcome to the mansion of Hieronymus the Legend. Banish those negative thoughts. Allow neither fear nor hesitation to undermine your bravery and determination in facing the trials ahead. The trials of legend are long and arduous, but you will surely triumph.
I hate to bring this up now, but can I return for the next round of trials? I don't think I'm ready this time around.
Yeah, I think it's pretty... I mean, I'm sure it's done for humor value, but I think it's ludicrous that the wizard contestants are dying. I imagine that when you beat Hieronymus, he doesn't die. So it's one-sided killing duels here. For our wizard, we could pick someone with right hand, slow fireball, throwing heavy damage hand, fights near you, it won't aggro enemies. If you have more than 250 gold, damage will scale by 15%. We only had about, I don't know, we'll say 100 gold gathered that last round before we fought the boss. Increase your max HP by 30. The amount scales up with the number of Earth Arcana I have. So if I were to be a melee user, this would probably be the one. I mean, for me to have the best chance of seeing more of the game, this is the one I want to pick. But if I want to show you other abilities, this is the one I want to pick. Let's try to at least get to the next area. I would like to at least show what the next, or look at what the next section could be.
This area is off limits. If you found your way here by mistake, please leave. The catacombs are not open to the public. Please give the dead the respect they are due.
I double dog dare you to break into the catacombs. Do it, coward.
Do not listen to him, wizard. Do I make myself clear? Note to self, re-record this segment.
Yeah, I can't cast magic or anything here. This is not free roam or anything. You enter the tower and you go get killed. But you can switch up which spells you wish to use. By default, these are the ones that we have, and we'll probably go with those again. Then you have your passives here, where the previous wizard had none. We're gonna go and chat with all the people in the tower. The game does definitely have a sense of humor and effort put into the writing.
From the observatory, I can see the wizards still wandering in the forest. Wizardry lacks the seriousness it once had. It's merely a game for everyone, and they're not particularly strong at it. Despite all the Arcana cards I've provided in the trials. We need a more exciting show. I need to personally oversee your run and see what's going on. This is the observatory. Using this orb's power, we can view any wizard's progress through the trials. Every step of your journey to become Wizard of Legend will be recorded for all to see.
And so will every time you pick your nose during the trials.
These crystals are just memory crystals, so they'll play the same message, but the people will say different things.
Don't knock on my door, you idiots. I want to sleep.
Over there is the yard. This is the main hall. And behind me is the training ground from which you can enter the trials through the portal. Honestly, why am I explaining these obvious things? The Echo Gems are installed throughout the mansion to inform wizards about everything they need to know.
Psst. Wizard, do you know anything about the last wizard who made it to the end of the trials and disappeared? Oh, crap! My Aunt Mulan is watching me. The apparatus is amazing, right? This beauty is my favorite part of the trials.
Using this apparatus, which we can't do on our first, well, I guess this will be our second character officially, but I can't do anything with it right now. You buy permanent upgrades for your runs. The in-lore explanation is that you're buying things to affect the dungeon, but that ends up giving you things like more hit points or more damage or something. Here's where we can start practicing with our spells, and you can see our hand does do attacks. I don't know what this does, if anything. Maybe it increases my damage? Oh no, that's... Okay, apparently that means I get my full signature. That's what that means. Okay. Arcana will serve as our primary combat abilities. We have basic slots, signature slots, and standard slots. I guess that's, well, there's 2 other slots here that we've never used. We also have elements. Alright, for our basic slot, we can pick such as Earth Knuckles. I'll just show you what these other abilities are that we didn't try. We have all the Earth spells. Let's show you what this is. Okay, so this one requires you to just keep tapping. You can't press and hold. There's no finisher or anything as a combo. There's my right-click attack. If I wanted to do my signature move, this is regular attack, and then my... Why didn't... Oh, because it's on cooldown. And that's... Is that my super signature? That wasn't really anything more special than the other. Oh wait, that's right-click. Right-click. My mistake. Okay, so that is my right-click button. This is my... And then this is my normal right-click. I don't know what this is supposed to do, if anything. Maybe this changes your outfit later on. And perhaps this does too, but we don't currently have access to any of this stuff here. Okay, so that was the earth material. We'll try this wind stuff here. Wind signature. Okay, I don't even have to stay in it. That's actually kind of interesting. Maybe I could use it to stun lock an enemy. That's my normal wind spell. I don't like that it's bringing an enemy into me, but your character's attacks are more like a ninja at this point. This is my left click. This is my Q. So out of these, this is melee and this is melee. I think I'd rather stay away from the enemy because I don't really know the game that well. Then for our signature, I mean... This says melee ultimate, but it really affects... I mean, I guess it counts as melee in battle, but as a shotgun. The game treats it as melee, we'll put it that way. Alright, we still have different standard arcanas. Try Breakers of Tiamat. That's my Q. Remember that the comparison to this was the fire coils that would charge up 10 blasts. Then here's the other one. This is lightning. Okay, that looks pretty effective. We might give that one a shot as well. Oh, what? Why did I might... Okay, I didn't move my mouse cursor at all. But my mouse cursor is down left. whatever reason, he shot up left. That's weird to me. Was I perhaps moving up left at the time? I don't think so. No, I can't even attack while I'm trying to move up left. I can attack while I'm moving right, though. So it's probably that would be a keyboard limitation thing, pressing too many keys at once. But no, I don't know why my dude suddenly threw in the wrong direction. Okay, so that does 45 on the hit. Let's compare that to our regular flaming dragons. I'm not sure how many times that hit. We'll say it's probably roughly the same. There was something that happened after the fact that did about 6 damage to everybody. No, that's just them respawning. Okay. I think we'll do this, even though it's harder to aim. I feel like that should do something for me.
This tome contains the many arcana that wizards like you have unlocked throughout the trials. You should take some of these mighty arcana with you into the trials.
Don't fret. If you pick up a useless arcana here, you can buy something that actually works later.
They say that, but again, when you lose, you die. Or at least, I assume at some point you die, because of all those corpses.
Better Arcana cards means better chances in the trials. You're not a big deal out there in the real world? That's fine. Here in the trials, choose whatever Arcana you want from the tome and become a wizard. Practice the Arcana you choose on the dummies.
As for this guy, it's random who you get or what abilities they'll have.
Hey there, I'm Nasruddin, your commentator in this run. So, get set for a whirlwind of magical chaos and unexpected gems.
I like that the ability oh, I just got hit already. That the ability shows up above your head when it's ready to go, in case you're not looking at the bottom left.
And thus concludes our skirmish, with our wizard emerging triumphant, like a phoenix soaring from the ashes. Or perhaps more like a determined pigeon, scavenging for breadcrumbs. Marvelous. Our wizard has orchestrated a magical symphony, leaving their adversaries in awe.
I don't know what my hand is attacking.
And behold, the stage is set for a delightful spectacle of spelling. It seems we've stumbled upon another little skirmish.
Ow, he hit me. I was starting to feel confident that I could start attacking them while they were being lightning struck, but that guy did not care. Well, I've suffered a lot of damage so far.
Etc. Didn't have anything shiny on it.
I was swinging all the pop-ups to show me messages. Fast and light hand that fights. I mean, we could have double hands. Sure, let's do that.
I knew a wizard who was allergic to relics. Didn't stop him from using them. Can't recall his name, but his title was the Sniffler. Any treasure you find in there technically belongs to the mansion's estate. You should read the fine print of your contract.
Looks like our gauntlets have actually become extra strong because we have both hands, or maybe the left hand's always the upgrade.
Gold standard is outdated. We should replace it with the diamond standard.
Why ever would we do that?
I like diamonds.
So does this replace my ability, or do I get a fourth ability? Okay, well, we'll see if we can manage to get 200 before we leave this area. It's really not about having the number of abilities for me. I mean, as an expert player might be able to utilize them, but for me, it's more about trying to just stay away from the enemy, because the cooldowns are enough for me. And someone who's probably played the first game will probably be able to really leverage all 5 abilities, or however many spells you can have at once.
Your gold doesn't tarnish. Gold under 18 carats will, though. This is why gemstones are superior.
We'll open that up later. So we'll head back to look at the store with all our money. Just trying to shotgun blast that guy with ice to knock him off. I'm just taking a beating. Even though I probably have this is the best passive that I've seen during my rehearsal, I'm just dying here.
All that is gold does not glitter. This stuff is shiny, though. Ah, the clink of gold coin is music to my ears.
Well, that explains a few things about your taste in music.
I didn't mean to waste my signature on that. I might just taken so much of a beating this round.
That seemed appropriately difficult and almost deadly. Perfect.
Oh man. I'm almost to 200, so I think we'll get the fireball to undamaged enemies, which is not going to help me for my boss fight at all. I want this one, but I want to see what happens when I buy the big shiny spell.
Upgrading is expected. I hope you didn't expect some sort of praise for such a simple task. Ah, splendid! 2 new adventures and shinier treasures.
Well, looks like I didn't even make the 200, so I should have gone for the middle blue spell upgrade. That would have been superior. For at least for heading to the boss fight, because he's only going to be undamaged on the very first hit. So I chose poorly. But in the future runs, I'll know now to not touch the upgrade until I've finished exploring the dungeon. As long as I was planning on spending that gold on somebody else. We could combine it with Dragon Arc, I suppose. It's not as shiny as that, but I don't know why it's shining so much. Let's see, Zephyr Whirl. I think we do Dragon Arc. We don't really need another ultimate because we are unlikely to be able to channel our ultimate. How does that? Now we have E. Okay. We can hold shift, teleport here. Alright, ready to lose my most powerful wizard I've ever have. ×1 kill streak. Is this another new wizard I've never seen? No, it's the same. I'd rather fight the Earth dude. I was getting used to him. On my rehearsal, I was almost actually killed him. I didn't even get the chance to use my fireball ability. 20% damage. I immediately hit him with his own lightning spell. What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing.
Don't worry if you make a mess. Saves me from having to water the plants.
Arcane promo acquired. Wielded by ancient master wizards, these forgotten variants are altered versions of Arcana. They offer new and more potent magic, empowering the wielder to overcome trials. Variants can only be discovered during runs and are lost upon the wizard's demise. Well, that's unfortunate. So that just basically means it's an upgrade for this one run. Summons several fire dragons in all directions, and returning to me after. Okay, summons a large torrent that damage and burn in their path. Leap forward, landing with a powerful ice blast that damages and freezes enemies in your vicinity. So that would improve my ultimate, but I think we'll probably rely more on Dragon Dance. We'll try this one. I think while burn damage probably is fairly useful, and maybe we can even find things that improve burn damage to go along with our hands, I imagine hitting them a second time is more valuable.
Behold the staggering force of a fully enhanced Arcana. Its unleashed power is now at a reality-bending level. Brace yourself.
Okay, I can't drag these around, so I can't reschedule that to E. I'm at 15 hit points though. I'll die in the next sneeze. But maybe your wizards don't actually die and they just get knocked out. Still need to figure out where those corpses come from then. Yeah, I definitely had the mouse cursor over here and he was shooting at, why is he shooting all these other directions besides where I'm aiming? Yeah, I was waiting for my game to end there because I fell into the pit. I might not even survive this chest here.
That relic was rather ordinary. Don't worry, there are even stronger items for you to find the further you travel. If you set gold on fire, it will melt and get everywhere. So don't do that.
Waiting for my lightning to charge up.
To become Wizard of Legend or Destroyer of Destructible Properties?
Probably the second one. That sounds pretty cool. Why didn't that charge blast him?
Now remember, don't drink and drive. Your foe's over the edge.
Fortunately, I'm not hitting as many things as it goes. It really does go everywhere.
Done already? His enemies are supposed to be tougher than that.
Trade, huh? Too bad I can't untrade now. It's a kind of a lousy system there. Yep, I prefer my old ability so much more. Especially with 15 hit points. That was my first time seeing the frog, so I didn't really know what was gonna happen. I mean, I knew it said trade, but...
Deathless trees have the highest track record for falling into pits accidentally.
All my abilities are fairly short range now. Definitely do not like that.
Remember, gold is not edible. Don't eat it.
Figure that strikes fear into the hearts of onlookers. May the Arcana deal 12% increased damage.
186. 187. What? Oh, yes, the relic. It's a good one. Just lovely. Now, please excuse me. 188. 189. Fight like your life depends on it. Because it does.
Oh, this is probably where I die.
Why do monsters have gold on them? It's weird.
They are technically Hieronymus's employee. Forward, esteemed audience, for the show must go on.
Well, we get one really shiny prism and 11 soul crystals or gems and 312 gold. I don't think you keep the gold for any reason, though. We'll see it. Top right of the screen once we return back to base. When the enemy comes out of shock, it zaps and shocks its adjacent enemies in a chain. I mean, alright, well, I don't think we'll play a third round. Yeah, we don't have any of the gold, but we do keep the soul gems and the extra shiny thing. No one to talk to out here. This we've already seen, I believe. I don't think it has changed at all.
A restricted area. Please leave at once.
Wipe your boots on the way out.
Okay, so it is different, actually. Yeah, that one was the exact same, so I'll fast forward that.
The apparatus is my greatest creation as a geomancer. A device capable of altering the environment of the trials in real time. Whatever you wish to see in the trials, if there are enough chaos gems in the mansion, you can make it happen.
Don't believe him. The apparatus can't even turn one rock into cotton candy. It's worthless.
The apparatus oversees the trial rules. By utilizing chaos gems, it grants a diverse array of permanent buffs through the trials. So we can get an extra dash on pits. I mean, I think I would have to practice to try to utilize that. It sounds like you get a second dash when you're hovering over nothing. Remember, we have 30. Trial funds increases the starting gold amount. Adds a 5% chance to drop small signature globes in fights. Increases the maximum health of wizards. Each rank boosts health by 30. We have 150 to start with, so this could essentially add. So we'll go ahead and add that now, and we'll do trial funds because the gold does give us some new abilities, so it could save our life.
Yo, wizard, heard anything about last time we made it to the end of the trials? Thanks for reminding us, finished. That poker face means you're clueless. Since you're playing the silent game, let me spill some tea. I am so not enjoying this forced internship for my Aunt Moulin in this mansion. The only thing keeping me sane is the apparatus. Give this gizmo a whirl. Just don't tamper with it, 'cause then it's me who's gotta do the fixing.
To defeat the lightning elemental is not a simple task, but it is possible. I will make a note of every wizard who gets past him. There's no reward. I just like making notes. The scrolls and books you see here are the result of years of my collection. Can you borrow them? No, because this isn't a library. Everything you need to be a wizard in the trials has been transformed into various Arcana cards by Nasruddin, the architect of the trials.
Should the wizard's corpses linger in the trials levels? Never! Fetch the bodies and channel their chaos gems into the apparatus for all wizards' benefit. The apparatus actually creates the stages of the trials. Don't let the fact that Moulin brought this talentless girl here and I had to put her on apparatus duty for her internship make you think she's doing anything special. She just presses a button, and after wizards die, the apparatus pulls in new chunks of land from various realms into the trials. Isn't it beautiful? Don't let her incompetence cloud your understanding of the apparatus's beauty and function.
I'm so hyped. Watching that last wizard duel, the lightning elemental was awesome. If you can put on a show half as good, I'll be happy.
Look, Dustopius. Among all the items in this mansion, a wizard has spotted us.
I suspect, my dear Brumio, that it's our unexpected motion that has caught the wizard's attention, rather than us as sentient objects.
It's better to be noticed for any reason than to be forgotten. Lost among these relentless dusts, these footprints of time. Greetings, valiant wizard. If you can hear us, I wish you success in seizing the chalice of immortality.
Get lost, Nasruddin. I'm not ready to come out and give a speech to improve your trials show. Ah!
Fast forward that one as well. And nope, that does not. I thought maybe this prismatic one would affect the paintbrush. And that is the loot. I'll go and end things here. And if there's something you like, I'll leave, of course, a Steam link in the description below. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays Wizard of Legend 2. I'll see you next time.